Hey there, everybody. My name is ETOH. I'm with Dignitas, and I'm joined by 24 Haven, one of the teams competing in the Verizon VCT Game Changers presented by Dignitas. Now, we only have two members currently that we're talking to at the moment, but I'm sure they'll have some great answers. So, Miss Bluejay Slandy, thank you for joining me.
Hi.
Hello.
It's nice to meet you both. Instead of like normal introductions, though, something that Sapphire really kind of likes and is trying to get all the teams to do is instead of introducing yourselves,
Mhm.
she wants you to introduce your teammate. That way, you can properly gas them up, etc., etc. So, Miss Bluejay, if you're down to start, can you introduce us to Slandy?
Okay, well, this is Slandy. I met her a few days ago, through someone actually, and I've been playing with her since I met her, and she's very she's really cracked on the game. Like I seen her play, and she's so cracked, and she's so lovable and funny. I love playing with her. Mm.
Aw, I love that.
Oh,
Well, Slandy, that seemed to be some pretty high words of
I
praise. Do you have
know.
equally high
I
words of praise for
do.
her?
Jay is literally like the most nicest, most flexible person you will ever meet. Like she hundreds we are pretty new to this whole team thing. Like we just formed not that long ago, like a couple days we've known each other, but in that time she has been the nicest person ever. And whenever we've needed something from her, she is always there to do it. She's there to organize, she's there to do whatever needs to be done. And she's just the best for everything related to that kind of thing.
Unfortunately, your teammates Lana, Maddie Smacks, and Vernina couldn't make it to the interview, but do you have any words for them? Either one of you can kind of chime in. Just maybe explain what Lana is like to start with.
Oh my God, she's such a cutie. I think she's like the youngest in our group, and she's always like she could be quiet, but she could also be really hyped up, and she's very energetic, and she gets the team going all the time, and we love playing with her. She's so funny and down to earth to play with.
How about Maddie Smacks? What is she like?
Here's the thing. I met Lana and Maddie through trials, and we just like all kind of started talking. We didn't really know each other,
Mm.
and we were trialing for teams, like the same teams, and then we said, "Hey, why don't we like try to do a team together?" And when I play with Maddie, she's super funny. Like she will be straight up with you, honest with you,
Mm-hmm.
and she's really good at the game. Like I played with her, I played ranked with her, and I played with her, and she's really good at the game, and she's really lovable and funny as well.
It sounds like you have a great squad going. There's also Vernina, who we haven't touched on yet. Again, either one of you can jump in, but what is she like?
I actually got the chance to play with Nina on my last team. We both played
Oh.
under Team Bubbles for about a month before this team.
Oh,
Um,
you were Team
we
Bubbles.
were, yes, and we had a fantastic time on that team. She is so funny, and she is so insane at the video game. It's actually crazy. I love her to death. She is like if you need someone down to earth in lobby, out of lobby, like someone who will like pick you up, make you laugh, and like keep you going, it's Nina. Like every single time she's there.
How did this project come to be? It sounds like it's a very new team, but uh, how?
Uh,
How did you find these
Yeah,
players?
we were trialing with like a project team, and I met her through there, and we were just scrimming against each other, 'cause there was like about 10 of us, right? So they put us against each
Mm-hmm.
other with each other, and then I met Maddie at the same time, and then I told Lana because we didn't get accepted into that team, and I said, hey, are you
Oh,
down to like make a team? Like I asked her, and she's like, yeah, I'm down. And even Maddie, I asked her, and she's like, I'm down. And she even told me because she's friends with Bernina. She's like, oh, I have Bernina who would be interested too. And Lana told me about our manager Alex, who messaged me
mm-hmm.
and was like, hey, Lana told me you were looking for a team and you want to grow together. And I said, hell yeah. And then he says, okay, well, I have a girl named Slandy, and
Mm-hmm.
there was me, Maddie, Lana, and then um, Slandy and
Vernina.
Bernina. We just all formed together at that point, and we just been practicing ever since.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. Honestly, I kind of skip ahead in some of the questions that I had, but what are your expectations for this tournament then?
I mean, all teams want to win, right? But I think it comes
Mm-hmm.
to as well just having fun. Like we all want to be having fun in the game, but as well we want to compete to win. I think that's our goal,
Right.
is to have fun and to win at the same time, to get the experience since we're like a new team, right? And to keep growing
Mhm.
and growing, because this is not gonna be our first tourney. We're still gonna keep going and practicing.
That's great to hear. I'm glad that this is not just going to be like a temporary project. Slandy, for this next question, I also want to kind of get your thoughts, but entering Game Changers, what team are you most excited to play against? Because all the big teams are going to be in there. Your C9 Whites, etc. But
Right.
is there one that maybe you're looking to exact revenge on?
I love the girls over on Man I Love Frogs, and playing them. I've got the opportunity
Oh
to
my
play them
god.
2 or 3 times now. I love each and every one of them. They're all
They're
my
so
best
awesome.
friends, and I love playing them every single time, and I will always love playing them. So they are the team I would love to play. Will look forward to play always.
I love it. It's just we've gotten a lot of love for this squad as well. That's why things like Game Changers, I think, is so important,
Right.
right? It allows you to kind of find an avenue which maybe you didn't think of as an avenue beforehand, right?
Hmm.
I think it's actually a perfect segue into my last question is, let's say there's women who aren't competing at the moment who really want to try to get into the scene. Do you have any advice for them if they're looking to kind of get to your level, start to compete?
For starters, I would say join Gallerins. That's a head
Right.
start for sure. And just meet new friends, meet new people, have the connections, and slowly build a team with people that you'll get along with and have chem and that will hype you up and keep you going. And if you're into competitive, just always practice with the team. Uh, it's a lot to practice, you know. It takes a lot of out
Right.
of your time, but if you want to get into competitive, that's how it is. You just keep practicing and build the relationships with your team.
I would say, just like Jay, join Gallerins. Gallerins is
Join
your
Gallery.
Yeah,
Gallerins is
yeah.
your segue into everything in the female scene. The girls over there are so great, and just like getting to know people in there, like talking in general chats. I know they do just unrated games with people. Just start getting to know people and getting to know the people who you could call teammates later. And even then, like just playing with the great girls in this community will give you all the connections you could ever need, to the point where like if you're just being a good person and being a friend and stuff like that, those people will hype you up, and those people will give you those connections and give you those opportunities, and all of those relationships will always be there for you in every way you could ever imagine.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for that answer. That's all I have when it comes to questions, but I want you take this last moment. Do you have any shout outs to, particular players, pets, people, anything like that before we close things out formally?
I want to say shout out to Galleron's community
Hmm.
for making this happen. And I want to shout out to my team because they're going to be with me all the way. And shout out to all my friends who support and believe in me. Especially my own boyfriend believes in me, supports me. And one of my really good friends, his name is Ryan. He really believes in me, and he's been there since then. And he's been hyping me up, supporting me and pushing me to keep going. So I have to give a real big shout out to them
That's
too.
awesome. Slandy, how about you?
Same thing, pretty much. Shout out to Gallerants, shout out to Dignitas for doing all of this. Shout out to the
Shout out
team.
to Jay's boyfriend as
Yeah,
well.
yeah. Shout
Yeah.
out to Jay's boyfriend, obviously. Shout out to my girlfriend. I love her. She supports me in everything I do. And then shout out to all my friends that support me as well. I really appreciate all you guys.
Well, thank you so much for joining me, 24 Haven, Jay, Slandy, the whole bunch. Again, that's everything I have all wrapped up, and I can't wait to see what you all do in the Verizon VCT Game Changers presented by Dignitas, and good luck.
Thank you.